Hello and welcome to the COVID-cast. My name is Valur Grettisson. I'm an editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Grapevine. And with me is Sveinbjörn Pálsson, the one and only, the legend, the art director of Reykjavík Grapevine, the man that makes us look so good. Hi, Sveinbjörn.
Hi. In today's COVID-cast, we are going to give you the latest numbers. We're going to tell you a bit about the biggest crisis in Iceland today, the cocaine shortage, and some few other news, and then we're going to answer some reader, viewer, and listener questions.
Yeah, we're back to the questions. We found out how to do this. Welcome to COVID-cast episode 9. I'm not even, who's counting anyways? We have 65 more people with the COVID virus.
Yeah.
And so in total, we have 802 people that have gotten coronavirus and being tested by it in Iceland.
Yeah.
So,
what does that? Do you have the numbers on how the curve is looking then?
The curve is looking more or less the same. It's been around 60 to 90 transmits every day for a few days now.
Okay. The more days that numbers, the added number is the same, the more the curve is flattening. So I guess that's good news.
Yeah, exactly. And it actually was in news also that Iceland have the fewest rate per 100,000 people or whatever. When it we're going very slowly up. You can see this if you go, for example, into the numbers with the USA and stuff like this. Pretty extreme there though. Yeah. And the curve goes basically like this and then like this. But we are going like more like this and taking like leaps up, you know.
Slow ascent. Yeah, we mentioned that in the cast yesterday that Iceland's relatively very high numbers are mostly because the virus was introduced in very large numbers to Iceland, but the rate of contagion is thankfully very low still. So I guess something is working.
We are going to the higher forecast. We had like a forecast. It was at one moment they thought they were going to be 300 it was basically before we started all this. It's like in beginning of March. Of course it was not 300. Now it's like, then the next forecast was 700. Now it's 800. So we're heading for, I don't know. I mean, they thought 1200, but right now is impossible to say, to be honest. I mean, I've tried to do this math myself. It's incredibly complicated. I've been sometimes like around the numbers, but most often I'm wrong. So
yeah, but this is maybe like a spot to stop by on. The thing is that the Department of Statistics at the University of Iceland and the experts in health economics at the University Hospital or the National Hospital, and one other department of math heads, I can't recall who are just like crunching these numbers every single day, and exactly. So it's there have been these.
Amateur couch experts, of course.
Just firing up the old Excel and spending 30 minutes on it and really kind of figuring out something new. And it's
this like there's gonna be 50,000 Icelanders with this in the end of the week.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a boring debate. I don't know how much it's probably not visible outside Iceland at all, but to give you some context, would be populist politicians are kind of a driving force in this, and then also just kind of worried people that are they just kind of don't quite trust
Yeah.
authorities. And I don't know, the only hot take that I have on the subject is you have to compare sheer computational capabilities here. If you have like 15 like professional mathematicians crunching something and giving us numbers, then and you compare that to to an outcome that a non-statistician person who is looking for a critical point, that's like comparing a supercomputer and a calculator, except the calculator is really trying to make you scared.
But the numbers are getting that higher. That there are rumors that not rumors. Well, like the Directory of Health in Iceland said that they are looking for a house to turn into like a backup hospital. Almost.
Yeah.
Not like. Not sure if backup hospital is the right the right word, but
it's a direct translation of what they call it. They call it the varasjúkrahús, and that's spare hospital.
Yeah, exactly. They say that this work is like in its first stages, so we'll see what will come out of that. But they are obviously quite concerned that this could be more of a shock for the hospital system than we thought or hoped.
Yeah.
So that is changing. And now to the fun stuff.
All right.
Yeah, to the cocaine. We have a serious cocaine shortage in Iceland. Fréttablaðið, the biggest newspaper in Iceland, free paper, they had an article about this today. They talked to a lot of drug dealers, I guess. And they said like this was a serious shortage of cocaine because, as you know, Iceland is an island. It's impossible to import anything right now, and we do not. I think we grow wheat now, but this is highly illegal. And there are rumors of amphetamine like factories, but nobody. Very few have. We have had like 2 like cases like that,
but still,
but in both cases, those factories were not in function when they found them.
Yeah.
So we've never found like a functioning amphetamine factory. Anyways, the cocaine is out, and therefore they think that the speed, that's the slang, right? Speed is going up. Everybody's using speed in Iceland right now.
Many people may know that there were rumors flying around that cocaine, rumors on the internet that cocaine would help you with coronavirus. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and as
there was a rumor about that.
Yep.
What a convenient rumor.
Yeah, a fucking convenient rumor. I don't know. I just kind of my side gig. My side hustle through the years has been DJing, and so I have an ingrained sense of what drugs I like and dislike on other people, and that's why I would say that I really wish this rumor would have been about magic mushrooms.
Or just like, do you know that like sex with your wife like really keeps this sickness at bay? I mean,
yeah.
This is a rumor I heard, actually.
Yeah. So, no, I mean that's I think I don't think that immunizes you, but I'm sure that it can't hurt.
Can't hurt, exactly.
Yeah, but I think that,
and also like exercising keeps your your immune system stronger. So that is a fact, actually. The sex is not, but it definitely helps your immune system if you keep on going for a long time, I guess.
Yeah. But the only thing that I am absolutely certain is a big factor in this, as in all disease and pretty much everything, is that getting 8 hours of sleep is a huge factor.
Yeah, that's true. Those are actually doctors in Iceland. They said this, that there are a few ways to to strengthen your immune system. It's of course exercising, sleeping. That's like the most important thing of it all, and eat healthy, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing about the sleep is that a lot of people just kind of put that off, getting their sleep hygiene in order, and there are often external factors that make it more complicated. But this is the moment where you just say, yeah, I'm not gonna die because I can't figure out how to sleep properly. So I think that this is the moment to get that shit in order, and don't let anything stop you.
Okay, shall we go into the questions? We have some questions here, one of these questions is that. Do you want to read this or?
Yeah, I can read the question and you can read the answer.
Read the first one. Yeah, I'll do the second one. It's a long one, but you don't have to read it all. But.
No, that's fine. Dear Reykjavík Grapevine, I hope you're all hanging in there with the appropriate social distancing, of course. I watch your daily updates and I prefer them over other news due to the simple fact that you don't freak me out with the updates and news you convey. I really enjoy the part.
I'm really trying to freaking people out here, but...
Okay. We have a fucking giant bug in the background, so it's not like not trying a little bit.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the part where people submit questions, and I hope you will have a chance to answer my question. In your opinion, why has the government not implemented a fast-track system at the unemployment office for all the people who are getting fired now due to the economic issues caused by the one and only COVID-19? I've reached out to the unemployment office, asking them questions regarding application process, etc. I was told that even though I was fired, the process will take up to 6 weeks. So not sure how I can pay my rent and other bills. I come from a small country with way worse social security system in place, but even Latvia has its pardon my French, shit together, that if you're fired, you get your first unemployment benefits paid in 4 weeks' time after being made redundant. I hope that I'm not dragging you down with my angry rant in this email. I'm sorry if I have.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fine. I am just trying to piece my future together as everyone else. I've worked so many years in Iceland and I have never used any benefits or even sick leave longer than 3 days. And to find out that country that I call home and that I love so much is failing me at this time, well, it's sad. I know I'm not the only one in this situation, and many people have it way worse than I do. What the unemployment office takes in, hope sure it does make up in the angry rants people have with themselves or families and friends. Some even submit them to the unfortunate Reykjavík Grapevine team who might read this. If you have read this till the end, you deserve a bunch of cookies. P.S.
Yes, we do.
P.S. I joined your high five club and I wish you well.
Hey.
I hope everything will work out.
That's wonderful. Thanks for that. Just to be clear, this email, we got it before there was like quite dramatic changes when it comes to like the situation right now. Last Saturday, the government, they announced like, what do you call it, like a plan when it comes to like companies and how to support them through this. It's called Vinnumálastofnun. How would that be in English?
The Institute of Work Affairs, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds really Directory of Labor. That's the English version, I guess. It's setting up a new system that should go up to it went up the other day for at least for companies to sign employees into this, what do you call it, hlutabætur. It's like partial. You get like a partial benefits.
Yeah.
They do not pay it all. The company and the government pay together.
Yeah, so 75% the company and 25% 25% the company, 75% the government in usual cases.
So basically, if you have the job and the company is having troubles, and if your salaries are under 400,000 Icelandic krona in total, you will keep your whole salaries. Like nothing will change for you. But if you have more than 400,000, then you will keep 2% of your salaries. So it's like, yeah. But if you're fired and not going into this resolution, then you should get 1 to 3 months paid from employer, depend on how long you have worked for him. You always have rights from the employer. He can't just throw you out. That's for sure. If he does it, then you basically talk to your union, and your union will talk to them. If they will not pay you, they will go and they will basically take them to court and stuff like this. So that should not, and if they go bankruptcy, if there's a bankruptcy, then you can get paid from something called ábyrgðarsjóður. That is in English, sorry. Like a guarantee fund, and guarantee fund is like something that the government have, and they will basically buy your claim, and then they will try to get the claim from the company that is bankrupt. So you should get your salaries always. If not from the company, you will get it in one way or another. I'm not sure. Perhaps. I would say call the Vinnumálastofnun, check them out. They will probably have much better answers about this. And you can also go to the website, which is in English. Well, it's just Vinnumálastofnun. I don't know how.
I think it's vmst.is.
Yeah, that could be. Anyways. So I hope this helps. Perhaps it's unclear, but you should always get the salaries and go to Vinnumálastofnun and check them out. So the next question is from Julia. Hi. First of all, thanks so much for providing the COEcast. Thank you for watching. It's a great way to get an overview in English over the daily news. I really appreciate it. We appreciate the emails. I was trying to find out about running groups, like hlaupahópar, like jogging groups, I guess, during the new gathering ban. I regularly go running with 2 to 5 other people. Is that a problem now? Should we only be out by ourselves? Takk fyrir and best wishes, Julia. I checked this out actually. There are a lot of groups going on, but most of them have gone digital. There is they meet I have my kids here. They basically they can, I don't know how exactly they do it, but if you go into these groups, you can see they do videos and God knows what. But if you have a family.
So people are running in different places, but together in their headsets or something.
Yeah, exactly. They call it digital. I'm not sure how it works, but this is more or less how the groups do it. So basically they are not running together. If you're running with your family though, if you have a family and they're all running, I think that would be okay. You're basically living together, and then you basically, those are the people that you need to hang out with. And just keep the distance if you're gonna run with someone though. I mean, it's probably okay to run with someone if you're both pretty sure that you do not have the virus. This is not like a ban in Iceland. You're not forbidden to meet other people. You are just encouraged not to. And if the best of your friend or whatever is not with the virus and you both know it, then I mean, it's up to you what to do basically.
Yeah, but the main thing is that people need to maintain the distance of 2-3 meters at all time. And I don't know. I mean, if it still feels good to be 2, 3, 4 meters from the next runner, and if you can safely maintain that, then then it works. But that's like that's the main thing. It's always that.
It's basically smaller groups. It's like the big jogging groups, like KR, which is like a football club in Iceland, like a sport club. They have like huge groups. So those groups are not doing anything anymore together.
Yeah.
They're doing things digital. But if you want to go out with one of your friends, I mean, it's more or less just then it's safer than anything else.
Yeah, a lot of different types of groups are also moving to the digital sphere. Like in Iceland, most AA meetings and other 12-step groups are now on this app called Zoom, which nobody had heard about like 3 weeks ago, but is like has turned into the kind of nexus of all group meeting.
Yeah. We are using Zoom, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're gonna invest in a tech company right now, Zoom would be the moment.
I think so, yeah.
Next question is from Jim McGovern. Is that a real name, McGovern? It's a good name. It sounds fantastic kind of, name.
Yeah, he's Jim is either a CEO or a president of something. It's just like I want to buy his book, whatever it's about.
Do you want to read it? Yeah.
All right. From Jim McGovern. I started watching the COVID cast, and it has helped me understand the situation much better. For that and all you have given me in the past, I have committed to the High Five Club, and yes, I did go for the secret handshake. The service you provide, including other news and entertainment, makes it a worthwhile investment. But with all that, I still have one question. Given that the 2 people on the COVID cast, I'm sorry that I have forgotten their names, seem to have access to so much information, I wonder if you can point me toward a source that can provide updates regarding the state of local businesses. I realize this might not have been as clear as it could have been. Let me be more specific. Unless the borders of Iceland, or the US for that matter, are completely closed to travel, I intend to keep my plans for a June visit. However, I would hate to arrive and find that restaurants are closed, tours are cancelled, and my favorite bakery will not sell me a loaf of sourdough. And what about the arts festival? Is there a way to monitor the status of all these? I realized that it would be a nearly impossible task to track all the possibilities, but I am open to suggestions. In the end, I may have to contact each place that interests me and get updates that way. My hope is that the problems peak in April and that by June there is a return to something resembling normal. I will continue to read Grapevine and watch the COVID cast. You all do great work. I hope you are able to continue.
Thank you, Jim. And it's a good question, though. But the short answer is basically no. There is no simple way to monitor this. It's such a...
the best place to monitor it is the Reykjavík Grapevine, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, right now, nobody really knows the states of anything. Everything is closed. It's literally like Reykjavík in 1995, like in Easter 1995. That was a really bad time always. I hated Easter when I was a kid.
Yeah. But to give you a bit of context on the Icelandic, on basically media in Iceland, the things that Jim mentioned here, what's happening in restaurants and the arts and whatnot, I would say that particular combo is our speciality. So even in Icelandic, that's basically us.
But the status of things is that we don't really know what will come out of it. It's like that the dust hasn't settled yet, and I guess it isn't until in May and when we can see who will thrive, who will survive, and stuff like this.
Yeah.
I think all of the art festivals are scheduled in June.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed. Nobody has canceled anything in June. Yeah. So, but if this will, of course, will be longer, then I guess things could change.
Yeah,
Also with the bakeries and the companies, like my bet is they will survive, but not everything will survive this. That's for sure.
And I think that we can safely commit to giving regular updates on the state of these things here. Exactly. And I think that once travel restrictions are lifted, well, we will let you know if travel restrictions are lifted, but you will probably figure that out for yourself as well.
But is like...
But after that, we will publish some state of what it's like to be in Iceland at that point. Currently, bakeries are open, and the fate of all these festivals, the design march is supposed to be in June, Secret Solstice, etc. We will report on that as it progresses. So yeah, you're safe in our hands with that.
Yeah, exactly. Now I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's like the thing is, it's a slow. It's like one of first slow news days today. It's like this hectic situation is becoming like any given day, basically. So not much new have emerged like past 2 or 3 days, and today was particularly slow. But we like that. We love slow news days these days. So the thing is that yeah, we basically we're done with what we have. Please send us more questions, and so we can keep this going on. Please remember our High Five Club. You can access it on our homepage, grapevine.is. And yeah, and just keep safe. And also, I've noticed online, like on our Facebook, people are really tense about stuff. Have you noticed that, Sveinbjörn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are like, we had a picture of like a family jogging at Reykjavík, and people were like, stay at home, like you're contaminating, like blah, blah. Like it just exploded over the computers.
Yeah, people are just exploding.
Yeah, it's like,
generally speaking.
Yeah, just keep in mind, like, to trust people. I think, at least when it comes to Icelanders, we have been pretty sensible about things.
Yeah.
People are not taking unnecessary chances. Everybody's working home, even if they don't have to. I mean, Grapevine, we could be now at the office, but we choose not to because we are able to do this from home.
Yeah.
Which is, and I think like everybody is trying. Anyways, I think it's just better for the soul and everything just to just be a little bit easy about it. And I mean, obviously when there is, I mean, if you want to criticize something, criticize the government, criticize like how they are handling stuff. Don't criticize like your brothers and sisters I mean, everybody's going through the same boring thing, you know.
And that's a really great meta-analysis, Valur. And I would just like to add that from what I've seen, the fact that you see like the occasional outlier, like there was a freak out I saw about someone who had kind of tagged themselves on their clothes or something as being in quarantine and still went to the shop, and everyone was like raging. And I just looked at it and I thought, well, that's obviously a person that doesn't have anyone to help them and is just too distraught to figure it out. The thing is that, you know, these exceptions to the rules are usually just people that, that have, you know,
problems. Very personal.
Yeah, they just aren't figuring shit out, but you know, but the fact that you notice them means that, and the fact that they stand out means that not everyone is doing this, and that's the read I get from all of this, is that almost
everybody's
everyone
trying.
I mean, everyone is trying their best. So
So just, I'm not saying like how to behave. Just like, I think it's just makes everybody's lives easier not to be always on each other cases, while it's more about like perhaps I don't know, like try to think more out of the box when it comes to everything. I think this virus is a little bit teaching us also just to be like, just to want to be understanding. We have to trust a little bit more than we have done before and stuff like this. I think it's a healthy exercise for the whole world in that way. But although it would be very nice not to have it. I mean, everybody is like having very difficult situation. It's boring as hell to be at home. It's really hard to have the children all the time at home and stuff like this. It's like, I mean, and then you have to go and to the shops and someone get sick and whatever. I mean, it's a nightmare situation. Just like, don't have to make it more nightmarish by like, I don't know, screaming at each other on the internet.
Absolutely. I would just like to add like a shout out to the public officials that man the daily press conferences in Icelandic. They have been doing a great job debunking a lot of the things that we see on the internet. There have been like amateur statisticians and even some like outlier health professionals that have been voicing grave concern about the fact that some schools are still open, and they answered that yesterday or the day before very succinctly with the fact that only 2 or 3 children in Iceland have been diagnosed with the virus.
There are a little bit more, but there are incredibly few. And even fewer with symptoms. So it's like it's we have gone through this like again and again, and the same with our borders and stuff like this. It's like there is absolute nonsense to close borders when you still have the contaminated people and stuff like this. It's like it has made no progress in any of the countries that have done this. So it's like, it's ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean,
it's certainly not a game changer.
No, exactly. But at least when it comes to Iceland, this have had no effect at all. We even now know that we were probably getting more people with the coronavirus like earlier than we thought, because they were coming also from the UK, where people were like at the same place actually in Austria, like in a ski trip. So it's like, I mean, the virus it's a sneaky bastard, and if you want to close the airports, you would have to do it very early on. And even then, it would not. You have to open them again sometime. So then you would even get the virus back and stuff like this. So you have to combat it differently than the people think. You can't just keep it at bay. You can't keep it out of the country. It will always come in. Then when it's in, you have to deal with it in the correct way.
Absolutely.
Anyways, thanks for watching. If you think everything we said here was total crap, then just tell us. Just be polite about it. We really don't have the energy for a stupid debate on the internet. But
I do.
Well, you do. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. I'm done with this. I can't do the like I'm so angry on the internet character anymore. It's like, I don't know. Perhaps it helps.
And it really doesn't. It's like, I don't know. It's I don't know how many people are watching this, so I can't really kind of. I'm not comfortable comparing it to other things that we do. It's okay. I'm gonna go light and say it's like picking your nose or chewing your nails.
Yeah.
It's not something that anyone plans on doing, and usually it's something that we all regret once we're done.
Okay, we're done. Thanks for the day. We'll be here again tomorrow. Please send us message questions, you can send it to Reykjavík at grapevine@grapevine.is or emails or just comment, basically.
Yeah.
We go through comments and stuff like this.
Yeah, we monitor all the channels, so you can send us it via Instagram messages or Twitter messages or Facebook messages, but email is the best, and that's the thing that we look at the most often. So keep that in mind.
And share if you see it on Facebook, like and subscribe if you see it on YouTube, and if you're listening to us on podcast, then just, I don't know, like dance or something.
And finally, we want to remind all of you watching and listening that the Reykjavík Grapevine is an ad-supported medium by tourist ads in a country that doesn't have tourism at the moment. So we really need you to check out our Grapevine High Five Supporters Club, which we hope will help us get through these tough months and maybe even kind of evolve as a company into something more not advertising based. The Grapevine High Five Club, you can just Google Grapevine High Five Club, or it's on grapevine.is, somewhere probably on the front page. We're pushing it on every social media stream, so you probably can't avoid it. Your support is greatly appreciated. It would be very important, and Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.